We are on. Hey! It's sound check time! Can you actually hear me?
I could hear you. How about you guys? This is
Apparently
Malone.
they can hear you.
All right.
Or at least my recording instruments are telling me they can hear you. How loudly? That's another issue.
Oh, yeah, I should probably. Forgot about that. Thanks, you, Froggy. You know what? Maybe I'll keep him on today.
Maybe. Don't know. Anyway. Well, as you can see, we are missing about half of our crew this week, so we'll have to make do with Old Malone in the night. Episode 1. Let's see when we get the episode 2. Who says mirror? I'm mirrored? Am I?
Yeah, the infrastructure here
Oh,
puts us backwards.
that is actually, yeah. Yeah, that's because I'm using the Discord instead of Zoom, and I do think my Discord settings are giving me a mirrored image instead. But hey, you get to see my better half.
Oh, that shows it correctly. That's weird.
Well, it's on my end. Your end is a completely different matter.
Yeah, I got you.
Because, yeah, I'm sharing what I see instead of what you see, so yeah. Hopefully it
What
won't
it
be a big
is.
problem, and you can see me use my lefty like this and my righty like this, so it's all odd. Well, either way, why don't we get to the meat and potatoes of the show, shall we? It appears that the crew decided to take upon the captain's offer and had an interesting idea about using a grain ship instead of the Jacaranda for shipments. And indeed, the grain ship is much larger than their own luxury yacht. Well, at least in the sense that they can fit much more cargo in it without any undue modifications. So they decided to share up the burdens. The other half of the party goes back to Batainn, and Malone stays behind to deal with a rather more personal issue at hand. So, Mr. Malone, how do you propose to deal with this issue at hand? I'm sorry, Citizen Malone.
With Billy? Yeah. Actually, I want to have if I can, have a one-on-one conversation with Garibaldi. See if I could ask him for some advice.
With Garibaldi, eh? Well, as the chief of security, he's a busy man, of course, but since you have been making headway into making friends with him, you managed to find a spot where he's sitting in his office, a rare moment, if any, and managed to catch him off guard, so he cannot escape, but you can have his attention.
Hey, Garibaldi. Hoping you had a couple of minutes. I wanted to clear something up with you.
Ah, hello there, Colonel. So, what can I do for you?
Well, my friends are preparing for our transport ship. Take care of the Narn situation that we spoke about earlier. But I feel bad. I was disingenuous. I didn't actually lie about something, but when you guys told me about Billy, I know more about the situation that I led on. And I wanted to be honest with you about it. Maybe seek your advice.
You have the boy, don't you?
Theoretically, I might have the boy. Yes, I have the boy. He was not involved in any of the shenanigans that had went down. I could give you as much detail as you want, but The gist of it is, my boy was in danger. I knew about it. We went in to try to rescue the recruits. Those keep mentioning these other evil beings that are working against humanity. I don't know, some sort of weird monster attacked them. Earth Force was the one that nuked them, not us, not Billy. He had nothing to do with this. In fact, he wasn't even on the ground. But yeah, I have him. I have Billy.
Well, I can certainly empathize with a man trying to save his son. But then again, you're putting me in a horrible position. As an officer of the law, I should be taking you in for fostering fugitives.
What if I fix the situation? He wants to go back. It's been, I don't know, Garibaldi. I want to do the right thing here. I want to protect Billy. And even if whatever costs personally to me, even if it's my freedom, I'll take it. I just want to help protect him, and I don't feel right about Earth Force. I don't know. What can I do to help resolve this situation?
Well, that is a question. Well, usually I wouldn't have this kind of a leeway, but given that the captain here has his own little kingdom, he can make his own calls. I can have a word with Sheridan and see if I can pull something together. But you'll owe me one. Big one. No questions asked.
Done. Whatever you want. I just want to be a good citizen from now on. I want to stop being... I want to do whatever it takes to do things right. I'll owe you the biggest one. No questions asked. Whatever time you need it.
Done. Meanwhile, try not to vanish from the station. I'll get back
No
to
worries.
you sooner.
I appreciate that, G. Thanks a lot, Garibaldi. You're a good man. I'll talk to you later.
So, usually I would skip to the other party at this point to get myself some thinking time while the people talk with each other. So now I gotta act like I know what's going on. So, it takes a moment of watching Garibaldi's prized Daffy collection, which he has, for some odd reason, a portion of it on display in his office. Because why not? It's his office, not yours. His household guard, as they call it. When he returns from apparently talking to the captain and says, yeah, well, turns out the captain can help you, and since you folks kindly offered your ship to the relief effort, he was able to somehow convinced that this whole thing was a planned thing, and that your son is on a special mission that his commanding officer didn't need to know about. Beats me how he did that. However, what are your plans now? Do you need a job? Place to stay? Considering your ship went and left? Or are you gonna catch up?
I'll be, I've got a few credits to my name. I got one apartment that I rent out over here. Really low dirt stuff. But if you got any jobs for me, I'll be more than happy to take them. Cut road rate, because you're my special friend.
Well, with the increase in non and Centauri violence on the station, I can't have enough security on hand. Well, I'll get your paperwork sorted and get you started on the basics. Meanwhile,
You can count on me, Garibaldi.
Say goodbye to your kid. He's going to be off for a while.
Yeah.
Talk to you later, cowboy.
Talk to you later, Garibaldi. Thanks a lot.
So now,
Alright.
exiting the security office, you find yourself in the quietest neighborhood on the station. Nobody dares to make a crime this close, and nobody dares to make ruckus either. For the cells are surprisingly close and surprisingly accessible to people making ruckus in these parts, which gives Malone some thinking time as he walks. What is indeed his plan? It will take a few weeks for the crew to get back from Batainn with the grain ship. Not to mention what sort of retrofits they're going to have to do, and if they're even possible, considering they are going to be transporting none. Well, yes, they are possible, since they have been transporting none in bulk for centuries. But let's not talk about those issues, shall we? So instead, what is Malone going to be doing?
I'm going to assume that Billy's on the ship with the other guys.
No, he stayed with you.
Alright. Let's go back to the quarters and let's have a heart-to-heart with Billy.
When you get to the quarters, Billy's not there.
God darn it, this kid. Billy, this is your dad. Where are you at? Please come out. Please answer.
You can almost feel the teenager's angsty response of just hanging on a call before answering.
Billy, are you there? Hey, can you locate Billy's location? Damn it, that's not how this works.
Parental controls have been disabled since date. Billy's 18th birthday.
Alright, I guess I'll leave you a note. Billy, this is your dad. I'm trying to make things right. Think I got a solution that clears you up. Please get in contact with me.
As you look for paper to write a note, you also find a note written to you by Billy. It states, "Gone to have fun. We'll be back later. Maybe."
That kid's... Fine. Billy, when you get a chance, give me a call. I think I've got a solution for us. For you. I hope you had fun. Stay out of trouble. Dad. Alright. Yeah, this room sucks. I'm gonna go for a walk.
So let's see where you walk into. You find yourself in the Zogalo. the hustle and bustle of the nearby marketplaces flooding your ears, giving you this sense of getting lost in the crowd. Not in the way that you don't know your way, but more in the zen feelings of the being overwhelmed by the sensory information and being swallowed in it, becoming a part of the experience. It is then when you notice a fight beginning. There's two groups, one clearly of alien, one human or one part human or centauri. The issue isn't that clear on the matter. There is no Nans and there is no Centauri fans visible, but you can clearly hear the words Nan and Centauri being used in the conversation when things escalate into punching, pushing and shoving. The security is nowhere to be seen, and as you analyze it, it wasn't that many. It's just two of them fighting. The rest are cheering the two on. It seems to be a duel. Andrasi versus what seems to be a human.
Hey, what's going on over here? Break this apart. What's going on?
The two sides cheering the fighters along. They step away, letting you in there. The two seemingly just glance at you before jumping on each other's throats, trying to apparently undo one another.
Hey, no violence here right now. Stop that immediately, and I'm gonna jump in and try to separate them. Try to get in between them.
Yes. Give me a wrangling roll. Your favorite.
Oh boy, here it comes. First roll of the day, guys. What have I gotten myself into? Wrangling combat, no, it's a skill. There we go. There's too many buttons here.
Yes, far too many buttons.
Did I click tack? No. There it is. A 7. Not good.
You managed to get in between the two of them. However, you are just a distraction, allowing the Drasi to punch the humanoid on the other side, teeth flying out of his mouth as he gets hit. That is when you awaken. You had lost yourself in the crowd, and you are back in the crowd. But the situation is there again. There is no fight going on, just hustle and bustle. And then you hear it again. The chanting. Non Centauri, non Centauri, non Centauri. You turn to look, and there it is again. Same fight breaking out.
Hey! I thought I told you to break it up. Stop that right now. I'm gonna jump in again.
Disperses to make room for you to end the ring again.
I said stop it. Stop fighting. Everybody stop fighting. I'm gonna try to break him up again.
Give me your wrangling roll.
boy. Oh boy. Why you not work?
And the same situation happens all over again. As you get involved, you cause a distraction, and the Drazi goes ahead and punches the teeth out of the opponent's mouth. Just a moment. And this time, you do not wake up from it. Instead, you're in the middle of the circle. The guards come in through the chanting crowds and pull the two apart from you.
Yeah, stop fighting. Glad you're here. Security.
The crowd seems to vanish into the into the mess of the Zogalo, leaving just you and a couple of security officers there. Like, what's going on here? And they seem to be. They are holding onto the two combatants, tagging them to the different sides, while both of them are still struggling to get free and to continue the fight. There's blood on the floor of the room.
They were just fighting here in the middle of the crowd. I walked in and tried my best to separate them. You guys came just at the right time.
Yeah, you're lucky I saw you with the chief. He told me that you'd be joining us, so I trust you. We're just trying to keep the order.
Yeah. The chief told me the same thing. He said that there was a lot of fights breaking out, a lot of violence. This is crazy. Just people fighting against people in the middle of the crowd. You guys definitely need as many hands as you can get.
You're not wrong there. Can report to the chief while we drag these boys back to the lockup. Come on now, stop fighting there. You'll get off easier. Don't make me use the stunner.
Can do. Thanks. Thank you for being here at the right place at the right time. See, crowd, no more violence. No more violence here. Move away. Break it up.
I'll make my way towards the Garibaldi's.
So, it's about that time, as you reach the security office, you notice someone new there that you didn't see before. This one is dressed up in a black suit. A dark man, much like, well, how do I put it in a politically correct way in this then? Dark skin.
He looks very similar to Derek.
What?
He looks very similar to my doc.
Yes. A dark-skinned gentleman in a fashionable suit had a commanding attitude. Apparently talking with the chief in his office. You can only see him through the window, and the desk officer tells you, yeah, no bother going in there. He's getting chewing out now.
Who's that guy with them? Never seen him before.
Earth intelligence. Some big shot. Apparently chasing down some fugitive.
Did he mention fugitive's name?
No, not that I know. But if you want to talk to the chief, you can take a seat. They'll get you in after he's done.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to do that, please. I'll sit right here and wait for him to be done.
Well, just as you sit down, the gentleman is finished and walks through the door and out of the to the security office, turns to look at the security officers present. I expect full cooperation from all of you. From this point forward, you will have your instructions within the hour. And then he turns and leaves through the door you came through. And the chief exits his room and goes, well, it appears we have to start up some search parties. Well, get your scanners ready. We're going to start scanning the ship section by the section. So call everyone on duty, effective immediately to their stations. Ah, Malone, good, you're here. Come in.
Yeah. Okay. Walk in and close the door behind me.
Well, it appears I'm going to need that favor sooner than I thought. I'm going to need you to start spearheading some investigations. You heard the gentleman outside. So we need to find a good doctor. What was his name again? Let's see. It was Game Master is forgetful.
Here, let me text it to. I have no idea.
There was. Ah, come on, Blinky, where are you? You remember this? Blinky.
Check the Discord.
Check the Discord? Ah, I can't see the Discord.
Oh, never mind.
Wait. I have it here. Maybe. Ah, over there. Ah, Dr. Everett Jacobs. Yes, that's the one. Apparently the Earth Force Intelligence wants him. I'm not going to take you into any great detail, but I want you to take charge while I will take on some other duties. Your ranking as an Earth Force Colonel should help with convincing that you are my right-hand man in here, despite you being only recently acquired. I'll try to make no point in masquerading anything. I'll just mark here that you're in my second in command, starting effectively of yesterday, and just has not been fired yet. Maybe they will buy that, since I've been looking for second in command ever since the New Year's. We'll hope that will fly. But yes, I want you to take charge of the investigations and herd these people to do the best job they can. If in doubt, Welsh will help you. Otherwise, this is my instructions. Make it look good, but don't do a good job.
Alright. You know, for a minute I was worried there. I thought when they mentioned looking for a fugitive, that they meant somebody else. But you're looking for...
Yeah, you might want to avoid looking for that one too. But they are looking for specific fugitive, apparently.
Dr. Everett Jacobs.
Yes.
You want, if I find them, to talk directly to you?
Yes.
If
To me,
I find them?
If if you manage to find him, talk to me directly. Though I have a hunch where he is, but I'm not going to share that. Security and all that. But this is the favor. Lead the troops while I'm gone, and trying to make it look like I'm in charge the whole time.
I got you. I understand exactly what you're saying here.
I will be off the communicator, so organize with Welch.
Will do.
Good luck, Colonel.
You too.
Or should I say Lieutenant now? Oh,
Thanks,
we'll make it
Garibaldi.
officer. Close enough.
Officer Malone. I like that. Good enough. Good luck, Garibaldi.
That's all.
Okay, my...
Brief Welsh on the way out. He'll know the system. You have the rank. You have the
command.
clout. Try not to give away the home world.
I won't let you down.
Carry on.
Alright.
And he
Alright.
leaves you in your new office.
Yeah, this is nice.
Well,
First things first. Let's make this work. Can I see Welsh in the new office, please?
They say, yes, sir. Sending Welch in. There's a confusion in that sound, but you notice Welch being talked to by Garibaldi on the outside. It's a short conversation, but the officer Welch enters the office. Well, you seem to be in charge. Should I be offended by that?
No. You should not be offended by that. In fact, you should be honored. You and I, we're gonna make sure that you get the next promotion up. I'm gonna make sure that you get whatever possible good credit comes off of this, if you help me with this very important mission. Welsh, I need to be cut off as quickly as possible. And first things first, I'm gonna give you a report on here, this person that we're looking for. You gather up a quick team, meet me up here, and we'll go over the next details. Think you could handle that, Welsh?
This is the fugitive we are looking for.
Yes.
The chief has told me that you are in charge and I should do whatever you say and help you complete your missions. Right, I will get the task teams, and as requested by the intelligence, we have already begun the lockdown of the sectors. No one goes in and out without being scanned. We are running low on manpower, but we could spare a few men for scanning parties as is. We'll get this done. So,
What supplies do you need right off the bat?
what I need is manpower. We have the scanners, but we don't have enough security officers for every door in every section. So we are going pretty much through. We need to go through section by section, which is slow and burdensome. And there
Here's
is
what we're gonna-
250,000 souls on this ship, or the station. So it will take a while.
How many men do we have? How many men do we have right now scanning? Give me a total number.
On duty,
Yes.
200. Another 100 on leave. But we are calling them in as soon as they can be. But you know, some people they turn off their communicators when they go to sleep.
Welsh, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start off with this 200. We're gonna divide them in groups of 5. This will give us about 40 sectors at a time that we go off of. We'll wait for these another 100. We're gonna keep on mandatory overtime, mandatory paid overtime.
Okay.
When these other 100 come in, we'll get off of shifts. I want people working in shifts of 12. Groups of 5 split off into subdivisions.
As you say, sir.
Well, I want you to get I want you with me in a group of 3. We'll start off on one of the sectors ourselves.
Yes, sir.
Gather up what I just told you, and we'll meet back here in about an hour's worth of time. I'll try to get us some more men.
Yes, sir. I'll get the organization done. I will inform you how the situation proceeds. Though, can I make a suggestion?
Of course.
Go by the armory and get yourself a proper uniform, sir.
Yes, of course. Getting ahead of myself, aren't I?
Yes. I thought for
Thank you,
a minute
Walsh.
you were actually getting up and putting on a uniform there. Just go get your old army uniform and put it on and go like, sir, yes, sir. That would have been so awesome, like just putting on a dress uniform jacket and sitting back like ready.
Actually. But speaking of which, here we go.
Oh, that does look a bit like the Batainn 5 security officer uniform.
It's almost like I got that a whole year ago for that reason.
Well, it is. Well, in these
it doesn't
almost
fit
a
me anymore.
year, you weren't in on the first ones, but you were in the character creations. Yeah, well, yeah. That is almost a year ago. We started. Not many episodes, not many weeks to go for the full year circle.
Yeah.
Hard was. Well, yeah. One-on-one gaming is actually surprisingly harder than I thought. There's less time for me to think between the players talking, since everything you talk is directly at me and not the other people, and I need to come up with answers on the spot. Damn. That's tough.
Yeah.
Audience, help me out.
GMing is hard.
Yes, game mastering one-on-one is especially hard. Anyone who is
It's
able to
very
do this like every time, I'm giving all the props to them. Just wow. So,
Oh,
so
and you know what
had
comes
a
back with
plan
that,
on
boys?
getting some reinforcements, do you?
I'm gonna try to see my social skills. See if I could get any more local contacts that I've been working out here. It's probably very unsuccessful though, but I could give it a shot. I'm more concerned about actually getting people that are on leave back in here. Oh, I've got a whole bunch of I got about maybe a group of 25 ex-military buddies that might be here on Babylon 5 that I could contact. Extra hands are extra hands.
That's a good point. So, let's see you roll your social stat.
Can do. Oh, social stuff. There we go.
I should actually open a window there where I can actually see the result. 12. Damn. Damn, son.
Did not expect it that good.
Yeah, turns out that there is indeed a whole transport shuttle full of soldiers on a leave that just happened to notice passing by this section, this sector, under under the command of a friend of yours. You managed to make the call, and there's 100 new souls headed this way, cancelling their leave in exchange for a personal favor.
Nice. All right.
So,
Hey, Welsh. I was able to find us some extra men. Meet me at the loading dock. We'll need to get them outfitted with whatever gear we need. Got about 100 or so. That should help out the numbers.
well, 100? I'll see if I can scrounge up the equipment, sir. There was
All right.
some notable surprise in that voice.
All right. Armory. Hey, this looks good. It's good to have my, some good old shades again that I could finally shoot straight with. Hopefully I won't be needing that. Pack a small BBG just in case. All right. Let's meet out Welsh. Let's meet out these new people. Let's start assigning stuff.
Yes.
You could do this, Malone. You could do this. All right. Let's go.
You head to the docking bay just in time. You stand there with Lou as you watch the transport ship unload some Earth Force Marines marching down the gangplank, and each of them being presented with a scanner as they walk past a distribution officer and like, also, I did not expect this many reinforcements. This orderly line, just soldiers going for.
Hua, gentlemen. Thank you for volunteering your time. You will be compensated for that, as well as being compensated by doing me a big favor. Here are your instructions. We're looking for a very, very, very important fugitive that's important for Earth Force. You will be handed one scanner. Welsh will teach you how to, we'll teach you how to use it in a second. We will be splitting off in groups of 5. One Marine per one of our, with 4 other of our security guards. We are going to go section by section by section. Reporting every 30 minutes. Clearing out every section as you've announced it. We'll keep track. Also, any violence reported immediately. I want a group within 5 minutes running distance to be able to assist. There will probably not be any lethal force necessary. We're just to find and identify. These scanners here are set up to identify one specific thing. Is there any questions at the moment?
No, sir.
All right. Welsh, split up 4 of us with one of them. Assign them numbers. Teams 1 through. Split them up into teams of what is it going to be?
Yes,
50.
sir.
That's about right. 60. 5 times 300. That's groups of 6. 60 groups of 5, right? I can math.
Well, they are being issued out, and you get to watch as Captain Garcia walks next to you. Well, you seem to be having a good control of my men. The
Garcia?
lady officer smiles with a mischievous smile. I do hope you will return them in one piece.
Don't worry. I'll treat them real good for you.
If it wasn't for the academy times, I would probably have said no. But since you did show such magnificent favor towards me back in the day, maybe. If it wasn't for that Karen, I might have taken you myself.
Well, you'd be happy to know that Karen's out of the picture now.
You're too late. I already have a husband.
My loss then. I chose poorly.
Indeed. I did tell you.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Thanks a lot, Garcia. Really appreciate it. It's good seeing you again. You look great.
Yes, I do, don't I? But you better take me to a dinner after this is done. Now, please explain me what is going on. And why would you need sudden reinforcements?
We're on the look for as quickly as possible a fugitive that's very important to Earth Force intelligence. I believe his name is Dr. Everett Peterson.
Dr. Everett Peterson? Isn't that the Vice President's doctor?
The very same.
Why would he be a fugitive?
I have not been told why. You know how it is. Missions come from above. They tell us what to do. We do it. And this is a top priority mission.
Curious. What is your plan? How do you plan on finding him? Just random scanning everyone?
These scanners have been tweaked to find a special chip that he has. So
yes, the Air Force personnel. The higher officers have those. Apparently, yes. Apparently, also the high rankings. Did not know they applied that to civilian.
This is what I've been informed of, at least. I did not know that either.
Well then.
So, we have enough scanners here. This ship has, well, it's big. This station is big. He could be hiding anywhere. We're going to be splitting up in groups of 60, 5 men each. One with a scanner, section by section by section. Multiple hours. I will give a personal bonus of 1,000 creds to the first team of yours that's able to identify where he's at. Little extra bonus. You know how I like to do. I like to reward.
You are looking to bribe my men? You should use alcohol. Tequila for all of them. Then they will spice up.
If I was to try to get tequila here, it'd be way more money. But I hear what you're saying, Garcia. Okay, well, we got our orders. We're gonna split up on different sections, starting from the top, some working from the bottom, some working from the thing. I've got it all charted out. Walsh has been helping me out with this.
Excellent.
We want, again, it is of utmost importance that we keep Dr. Everett alive. We just want him found. We'll come in afterward. Once you get a blip, just notify me, Welsh, or even yourself, or anybody in the Babylon 5 security team.
Roger that. I will keep my men in check. You keep yours. I'll see you on this other side with the dinner.
You got it. I'll show you the best place around here to eat. You got my promise.
It better be better than the one you took me in the academy.
Back then I didn't have money.
It's a messy juice.
Don't worry. It's been a long time since then, and I found some better, much, much better places. All right, see you around, Garcia. Welsh, where you at? How are we doing with the split up of the groups?
Still on it, but we should have it under sections. The first section has been cleared. Moving on the second. No sign of the fugitive. Keeping on scouting.
At this rate, what's our at this rate that we're clearing right now, section by section? By my estimation, this is going to take about 20 hours. Is there any way that you could think of to speed that up?
Well, with the new manpower, I think we can speed that up to 16 hours.
All right.
At least.
Like I said, I want the reports every 30 minutes. I want to be able to keep track of everybody. I don't want anybody missing whatsoever.
Yes, sir.
If any of the units does not report in, I want to know about it immediately. And I want to know the first time there's a blip, I want to know immediately. Okay, Welsh. You take that group, and I'm going to take my own group of 5.
This is the point where you notice the dark-skinned gentleman walking towards your position. I have not seen you before. And who are you?
I'm Colonel Malone, right now, helping out with the security, head of this project. And who are you?
I am Jack Canston, Earthfall's intelligence. I am in charge of the operation of finding our fugitive. I was not informed of a change in command. And what are these Marines?
Marines are with me. We're here to have some extra hands on this. I'm assuming that we're working for you then. We're doing all this on your behalf. Don't worry. This fugitive of yours, we'll make sure to find them alive and report back to you immediately. If this guy's on the station, we'll get him for you. You got my word.
Well, excellent initiative on the part of security. More men is what is needed to scan the place this big. Good work, Colonel. There may be a promotion in store for you. I do believe there are some generalships to be handed out in the near future. I'll keep your name in mind when I report back to the President on the investigations. Carry on. He nods.
Thank you.
Proceeds to walk back to where he came from. And that is when you get a call. This is scanning unit 65. We got an issue with some residents not wanting us inside, claiming diplomatic immunity.
Unit 65, what's your position? What floor are you in?
We are in the blue sector. Deck 5.
Blue sector. Blue 5. Alright, I'll meet you down there in 5 minutes. Do not antagonize the people. Be there shortly. Alright, Ben, you heard him. We're going to Blue 5. Let's go. I'll take my other group of 4 officers with me. Or 4 Babylon 5 security with me. Blue 5.
You head down there, and there is indeed a rather familiar-looking Centauri, with a large fan, a purple jacket, and an angry disposition towards the guards trying to enter for scanning. And no, you may not enter my quarters. This is a diplomatic zone of the Centauri Republic, and no scanners are going to enter these premises with or without my permission. Now, move along.
Malari.
Ah,
Should have known.
well, you seem to be like a man in charge. Take these buffoons away.
You know, we're on a very special mission. If I give you a promise, please let them in. If I give you a promise, we will not disturb anything. We will only need 5 minutes of your time, but we must scan the rooms.
And I must insist that you do not. These rooms contain secrets that are dangerous to be had by anyone but the proper officials of the Centauri Republic. I will not allow my quarters to be scanned.
Is that right? Well, you know that we're currently looking for a very important fugitive. A fugitive
And that
that's
is
very
none
high
of
up.
my problem.
It is your problem. Because this fugitive is very important to Earth Force Alliance. And if you were doing a diplomatic impasse at the moment, where you wouldn't want to be causing harm to the Earth Force diplomatic missions, would you? If all it is us coming in for 5 minutes and making sure that you are not harboring a known fugitive. A Centauri
He is not a
harboring a
fugitive
known
of the
fugitive for
Centauri
Earth Force
Republic.
Alliance. Well, that would be a very bad thing, wouldn't it? We're just trying to be as amenable as possible, please.
And I
5
am
minutes.
trying to keep my empire secrets to their own. Bringing in scanners to my quarters is out of the question. If you
Okay,
as much
What
as
isn't the
try
question
to bring
then?
them in.
what if then we don't bring in the scanners and just do a visual scan? With you by your side. In fact,
Do I look like I have the time to babysit you?
you do, actually. Because otherwise we're going to be out here. All we need is 5 minutes of your time. I'll make it even easier for you. I will walk in with you. You just need to show me your rooms, take a quick peek, make sure that nobody's there. I promise not to bring any electronics, open anything.
This is an invasion of Centauri privacy, and you will have a full reprimand to the station commander about this misuse of power. But if it will make my life a tad bit easier, I will allow one of you to use your eyes on my room, and that will be the end of it, yes?
Agreed. Thank you for your cooperation.
You will still have a scathing report to your commanding officer.
That is fine. We're in agreement. You give me a bad report, you let me look with my eyes, and we let you go.
Humans. Well, what are you waiting for? Batainn! A written
Yes.
invitation? My London impression is getting better and better with every
That was really good.
sentence.
That was really good.
It started off so bad, and in the end, damn, it was so close.
That was very good. Now, I would like to roll for an investigation.
You would like to, wouldn't you? Roll me an investigation. Now, where's that window?
It's a 5.
That's a 5. Yes. Well, I see that there is nothing for you to look for in here. But is anyone listening to me? No.
How about in the closet?
That is where I keep my secrets. And no, I will not allow visual inspection of my secrets. I need a fan.
Yeah. I thought you were going to cooperate, Ambassador Malari.
I said I will allow you to use your eyes. I did not say you can use your hands or your feet or your mouth.
How about you just open up the closet door?
No,
for
I
me to
am
make
not
sure to...
your servant. I am a diplomat of the Centauri Republic, and I will not be a part of your search expedition. Thank you very much.
Mr. Malari, the only last place left here in Europe.
Ambassador Malari.
Ambassador Malari, the last places left to investigate here in this room, or the only possible place where a fugitive could be hiding, is in the very obvious spot of the closet. Please open the doors so that I may see that there is not a fugitive hiding in your closet, and I will be gladly leave you alone.
Roll me a persuasion check.
With pleasure.
I
rolling
have
terribly
had it
today.
with your investigation. I want you out of this embassy, or I will throw you into another cabinet on your own and lock you there until the sun dies out and this place turns into a cold husk. Do I make myself clear, human?
Thank you for your assistance. We will be leaving now.
Yes,
Your
you
help
will.
has been noted. Thank you.
And out you go! Ah.
Once we're out the door, I want two of you, 2 guards posted out here. I want to know if our fugitive goes in or out until the next further time. I will have somebody here to relieve you every 5 hours. Are you okay with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I doubt there's anybody in there, but I want to cover my bases in case anybody comes out or in. If he asks or if he bothers you any at all, stay within 10 feet of the door. Do not approach. And if he bothers you, just let me know. You got my code. You 3, let's go.
Sir. Well, that was the first of the many obstacles on your way to finding this elusive doctor. The question is, what was your plan? Is it to find him, or is it to find excuses to slow down the mission?
It's a little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
Let's pause this up for a second here. Okay.
Investigating London squatters with your mouth. This is
That
getting
was
weird.
That was fun.
So many tentacles.
All right. So, here's what I want to do. I think on the first pass, it's not moving fast enough. Uh-oh. Something happens.
Oh, it appears the stream is slowing down again. Oh. at least it's been accordingly great this week instead of last week's patchy. So maybe it was my connection. Maybe I did upgrade my connection for this week, so it should have like 4 to 10 times more capacity for uploading than I did before. So we'll see if that has an impact. It seems to have had an impact, so yay. But we'll see. We'll see how the end result goes. Right, back to the game at hand.
Okay, Welsh. We seem to be we've done a preliminary scan of the outside, so here's what I want to have happen. I want to move at a more slower pace. I want to be able to scan inch by inch. I think we're moving about this too quickly. I think you're right. We don't have enough men about this. Meet me back at the HQ. I've got a new technique for this.
Yes, sir. On my way.
This place is bigger than I thought. Even with five people to a room with the scanners, we're not able to move. We're not able to more careful investigate it as nicely as I want. I think the first 4 hours passed by and we hit most of the major sections. But from what I was looking at, we weren't hitting every single corner. What I want every single quarter done, checked out inch by inch. I think that might increase the time of finding it, but I think we will get better results about this. I want 0 opportunities of us scanning a section without having missed something.
Well, sir, it seems an overdue, but since you are in charge, I will instruct the men to do so at once. So why the... Can I ask why the sudden need for precision in such a intricate detail?
I was lucky. I was overseeing a few of the men. They seemed to be just doing a cursory pass to try to move as quickly as possible. Things are being skipped under the beds, inside the closets, corners, in the duct section. They're trying to eliminate the rooms and section by section as quickly as possible. And I noticed at least 5 places that the scanners weren't hidden correctly. I think they're moving too fast, trying to get this done too quickly.
Yes, but are we not trying to find a person with a chip and not a chip alone?
There's sections that the scanners aren't penetrating through. They're moving too quickly is what I'm saying. Look, let me show you this. What's the deep scan range on this? Past metal walls.
Past the metal wall, almost 0.
Right. So, you have to get really, really close at this speed in order to get every little section found. And if there's a section that's covered up, you got to open it up and run it through there, right? Here's what I've been monitoring your men doing. Clear. Moving on. They're going to skip something that way. I cannot afford finding a section being skipped that can't afford us scanning a section and clearing it and us not clearing it correctly.
Yes. That is certainly an option, but are we not looking for something that is an actual active transmitter?
Yeah. Well, maybe I'm misunderstanding correctly. These scanners here are looking for that chip, yeah? That chip is on a person, yeah? And if the way that right now, from what I just saw, for the last 4 hours, there was at least 20 rooms that were cleared that were not cleared to my satisfaction. The men were moving the scanners too quickly to be able to pick up through all the sections.
Oh, I do suppose you're in charge. I will relay the instructions forward. Not like I would expect a fugitive to hide in the blue sector anyway.
Well, you never know.
Yes, you're right, you never do know. Come on. I will relay the instructions. Anything else, sir?
Welsh, you're doing fantastic, and I appreciate it. I know it seems like it's going to add more time, but we're going to be doing a thorough job of this. I do not want any slip-ups.
Yes,
If it turns out that we spent the last 16 hours scanning and we miss him, I'm going to be mad that I'd rather we spend 24 hours scanning and actually find them. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. I want double scans for every room. I want to have them move at a slower pace to make sure that everything is completely cleared.
Slower
That is why we have
double
5 men.
scans. That will make the station scans take 3 days.
I didn't mean do both. I meant just have them scan it at a slower pace.
Yes, sir.
We want this done in at least 24 hours. But the pace that they were moving at was not to my satisfaction. They were skipping too many things.
Sir,
I saw it with my own eyes, sir.
Through.
Yes, sir.
This is Canston. What is it that I hear that you are focusing your search on the blue sector of the ship?
That is correct.
Should you not be focusing on the areas where the travelers are in the brown sector?
We're moving our way up toward there at the moment.
But it is the most likely place where a fugitive would hide. I demand you refocus your attention towards that area.
Yes, of course. We're moving our way up there now.
You are moving your search teams there as a priority now. Do I make myself clear, Colonel?
Absolutely. And we will not let you down. We will find this person immediately.
Good. Carry on.
You heard him, Welsh. I want 10 more groups finish up over here. I'm gonna take the rest of the groups down to the traveler area.
Yes, sir. I'll pick up the groups myself. And now?
Traveler area is going to be going a lot slower.
Yes, indeed. The brown sector holds the areas where the least fortunate of the Batainn 5 inhabitants live in. It's known for the riffraff that goes in there. Also, the people ask a lot less questions around those parts. So it's an excellent position to find yourselves in bad hands or shady hands, whichever you prefer. And for some weird, unexplained reason, they do not like security around those parts. And you're bringing in quite a number of them down into the underbelly of the station. Are you intent on modifying your commands, or are they going to be doing a throughout scans of everything?
Here's what we're gonna do. We were previously working in groups of 5. I want them in groups of 10. I want extra security. I want a full force of intimidation as we move through section by section.
Yes, sir. But isn't 10 an overkill? I was dubious on higher levels, even on 5. But even down below, I don't think anyone would dare to attack a double guard or even a triple. But 10? It feels like putting together a raid, sir.
Well, that's what we're doing. I want absolutely no opportunities of having the anybody there in any of these lowlifes fighting back or resisting us. Blue sector's something different. We have to be slow and diplomatic. But Browns, we get to just push them around. I want groups of 10. I don't want any ability of them fighting back. We'll spread more ground, and we'll create a better force that way. We will find them there, if he's there. You got your orders, Welsh?
Yes, sir.
I'll be joining you the next 20 minutes. I got one more stop to check off on.
Yes, sir. So where is Malone heading?
I'm just finishing up one last look through the blue sector before I head down to brown. Just making sure, looking around, making sure that there's still a few of the there's still at least a group of five, looking around here in the blue sector before they finish up.
Okay. Yes, you find a few groups still going around. And you also get a call. It's Billy.
Damn it. Worst time. This is Malone. Hey. Billy, is that you?
He wanted me to call.
Well, Billy, I had some good news, but right now you caught me at a very awkward time. I'm right in the middle of something.
Right, of course. You're right in the middle of something. Fine. I'll call you later. Bye.
No. Wait. Damn it. Billy or the mission. Damn it, Billy. I'll get back to you. I gotta finish this mission. We're moving down in brown sector. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Let me know as soon as Section 5 as soon as the last of you guys are clear with Section 5, okay? We'll be on our way to Brown, and afterward meet me at the Brown section. We're on our way there now. All right.
I left a few people guarding or checking section the blue section, and now we're on our way to the brown section.
Right. So the problem is that the brown sector criminals don't really like the idea of heavily armed security forces running rampant in their zones. So I am going to insist on some sort of an organizational role for you to avoid having these groups being assaulted or otherwise mayhem ensuing. But what approach are you going to take with it? Just massive arms or superior firepower?
We're going to use tactics first off. We're going in superior. I think 10 groups of 10 is going to be the best thing. Set we're going to phalanx of 10, superior firepower and intimidation factor. If at any point anybody tries to start stuff with us, I want to know about it and be able to pounce within a minute's worth of notice.
So roll me military tactics.
Military tic-tacs indeed. Yes. 10.
Well, that is indeed an impressive number. And a bit on the average side, but yes, given that you have access to actual marines instead of security officers. They are less good at the investigation, scanning, and peacekeeping, but a lot more at looking intimidating and mean. But you managed to hold out any major firefights happening at this point, and the scans are going through with a loud grumbling around of you. This place seems vast and endless, but at least you are proceeding through the pound sector when you hear "Psst, Colonel," and you notice a man in a what's the hat with the brim?
Cowboy hat.
What the what?
A cowboy hat.
No, not cowboy hat. The sleuth hat. That one. Not the.
Oh. Yeah, I know what type of sleuth hats you're talking about.
I missed it.
Let's just say a man in a hat that covers a lot of his
Man in
face.
a hat, but those milady hats, whatever you call them. Damn, I have such good analogies. Milady?
So you mean like the one that I have in the one that I have here? I have one of those here.
Oh, you do? Oh, yes. I think I've seen you in one of those. It's not a Stetson. It's the. Can't even chat. Help me. Chat.
Yeah. I'll pull it up. Fedora. Yes.
Fedora. Yes.
Damn, I would not have remembered
That's
that.
the one.
That was not at the tip of my tongue.
I was not on the tip of my tongue either. It was way off. A bowler hat is also good, but it's the fedora I was meaning. And yeah, there's a man in a hat beckoning you.
Is it Malone? Malone?
Malone? That's a good one. You need to start using that. Malone in the night? Right.
Thanks, Chad, for that.
Yes, it's a bowler fair wearing a fedora. No. Yeah, this man in a trench coat and a fedora beckoning you over to the side.
Yeah.
Do you take any guards with you, or are you going alone?
Oh, I'm going alone. Hey, stay here.
And behind the corner, there is the chief himself. Hey, I need you to cool down on the pound sector.
You got it.
Okay. Carry on, but try and make it slower. Whatever you can do.
You got it, G.
And when you turn to look back, the chief is gone.
Damn it. Welsh, I need a status report on the Brown section.
We are 20% done and proceeding in schedule.
I'm getting a lot of resistance from a lot of lowlifes down here. I think we're getting a lot of reports of intended violence from different groups. I thought that 10 might be best, but I think we're going to increase it to 20. I want groups of 20. I want them packed in tighter. I want them within 1 minute's worth of notice.
It's 20 is far too much for the crowded corridors of Pound Sector.
Sorry, I didn't make myself clear. I want them more packed closer together rather than spread out. I want them to be able to, within 1 minute or 30 seconds worth of time, to be able to react when another group has an incoming fight on their hands. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir, you make yourself clear.
I know it will make it slower, but it'll also make it safer for our personnel, and more importantly, for the civilians.
Yes, sir. If you insist.
You have your orders. Malone out. All right, folks, listen up. We're moving forward little by little. We appreciate all you civilians' cooperation. And if anybody tries to interfere with official business, you will be arrested on sight. Do I make myself clear, civilians? Good. Now please step aside while we scan the area. Your cooperation is appreciated.
Well, that's the first room of them talked to. You are getting ready for the second room of talkings, when there is a man in a black suit. This one not being Cranston, but instead someone else. But he's wearing the same insignia of the Earth Force Intelligence. What's the meaning of this? I heard you're doubling down on your already ridiculous sized patrols in this area.
And who are you?
Earth Force Intelligence. Agent Gray.
Agent Gray.
Yes. I expect you to return the patrols to their original size and keep the... What are you looking at?
Say again.
I demand you restore the patrol sizes to more acceptable levels. The speed of scanning must not remain as such. We're under a time pressure here. We can't afford the fugitive to leave the station.
Mr. Gray, you'll excuse me, but I'm head of the security force here in Babylon 5. My men are not to be messed with. We've already been assaulted a couple of times.
No, you
The
have
groups
not.
are as necessary. We've had resistance, and I will not be let them get hurt. Please allow us to do it the way we're doing it. We will get your man. We're leaving no stone unturned. We're encircling this entire area. There's no way for him to get out. We'll get him right now. If he's here, we will find him. Unless there's something else, Mr.
20
Gray.
men is an overkill. 10 men is an overkill. You're spreading your patrols into 2 tens formations for them to be of any use.
Mr. Gray, our aim is to appease you, the Earth Force Alliance Intelligence Group. I will make a concession and I will spread my group men back into groups of 10, but no less than that. This is a very, very dangerous area. There are a lot of very bad people here with bad intents. In fact, you may have to be careful yourself.
You are professionals at keeping peace, are you not? As for security.
Yes.
Then do your jobs.
Fine, Mr. Gray. I will do my job.
I will be reporting this to Mr. Cranston immediately. And he turns. He has a compatriot who nods at you as well, and leaves after Mr. Grey.
What's this compatriot look like?
He's a skinny, tall gentleman. Has a
What
familiar.
other description of Mr. Gray can you give me?
He seems familiar to you somehow. Your memory still activating now on retroactively.
Oh, yeah. We've met before, Mr. Gray. I kind of remember you. I found you finally. But one thing at a time. One thing at a time. Welsh.
Yes, sir.
Alright, split the groups back into groups of 10. But I still want them a little bit closer together. Being able to respond at a moment's notice.
Yes, sir.
In fact, this section is 2 through 5. I need that section rescanned immediately.
The rescan, sir?
Brown sections number 2 through 5. There's a lot of people here that were messing around. I don't think it was scanned correctly. A lot of areas where people are able to hide from the scanners. I want sections Browns 2 through 5 rescanned. Okay, Mr. Welsh?
Yes, sir. I'll relay the orders.
Thank you.
So you are putting a lot of gears into motion here, making the security guards, the locals, and Earth Force intelligence angry at you. You are being the tank for this mission, aren't you? Taking all the punishment.
I'm not here to make friends.
Not to mention the anger of your family. Oh boy. So, this is an excellent opportunity for our commercial break. We'll be back at 45, so see you in about 12 minutes. Where's that button? Ah! Oh, there. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back in business. Hope you've enjoyed your rest and relaxation and have your cups of tea and beer and whatever you drink ready. And we shall continue on our Malone-ish escapade. Malone leading up his troops in the brown sector in search of this what's the word again?
Sweeping the brown sections
For
in search of scanning through Dr.
fugitive.
Everett.
That's the word.
Fugitive.
Fugitive. Damn, I need to learn my English.
Damn it! I could have made a
Also my
fugitive
British.
reference, but I can't remember the movie's quotes.
The fugitive is on the loose. And it is indeed the narrow corridors of the brown sector. As you personally lead a squad, you understand why Welsh is so reluctant to have so many people in a squad, because only 1.5 person can go through most of the corridors side by side. There's barely enough room for the one. So everybody is in a neat line as they go through the area. Every bulkhead needs to be passed in a single file. There are only a handful of sections where more than 2 people can be side by side, and those are usually rooms or spaces. And as you are handling the investigation, you come across several stashes of stolen goods or items of value that are very much out of place in this area. Not to mention a few illegal accesses to water sources. Like this pipe here should be pure, but there's a tap on it. That is not on things. And as you are investigating one of these taps, you notice that you are alone with 2 guards, and a door has closed between you and the rest of the search party. And that's when you realize you are indeed not alone, but surrounded by ruffians. It's about time you stop these scans in this station. I heard you're the one in charge, so we're gonna have to take you in and have you tell them to stop doing these scans. They're bothering me business. And you see people with pipes patting them on their hands. Some of them have knives, chains, rudimentary weapons, but absolutely effective in close quarters combat.
Oh, you've made a mistake. You see, I'm not trapped here with you. You're trapped here with me.
Don't make me laugh, Governor. We're going to be showing you who runs the down below. Boss, are you sure?
Alright.
It looks kind of scary. Hey, you don't look like a security officer. Looks like a soldier. Yeah, there's 3 of them, and there are 6 of us.
Yeah.
Charge him, boys!
Alright. I suppose it's initiative time.
Yes, indeed.
Oh boy. Ah, boy, here we go. How do I do this?
You get a +2 because of your military tactics.
And let's make things real simple here. I have a stun baton. What is the normal damage that does?
2d6.
2d6. All right. So that is acceptable.
No, that's a rocket launcher, not that one.
Really?
Yes, stun stick, 2d6, yes.
No, I was saying really to my thing because my thing said stun grenade when I changed it to stun baton. I was just double checking that it worked.
That's an attack, not initiative, though.
Oh no, my initiative is the very top. It's a 9. Oh, 9. I didn't add the 2 though. 9 plus 2, so 11.
So yeah, the first to act is actually the thugs.
That's fine with me.
Bring it on.
Hey, the squad of thugs descend upon you. 2 on each of you. And there's obviously the big boss himself, who is actually a bit slower in the move. But seems well a bit more equipped than the others. But there's 2 on Malone, 2 on guard 1 and 2 on guard 2. So let's see. 1 on Malone scores a hit, dealing 4 magnificent points of damage with armor piercing value of 2.
Is this going to pass through armor or not?
2 points of armor is reduced.
Okay. I'll do that. We're going for a total of 8 armor, or?
Yeah, you probably have your total of 8 armor.
Alright, so now it's only worth 6 armor at the moment.
No, it just goes through the armor.
Got it. -2. Got it.
Just
Minus
ignores 2
2
points of armor.
There we go.
So you take no damage.
Okay, that's what I'm double checking here, guys.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. I don't know how this works. It's going to work.
Right. So then there's the other guy. Other guys will attack the guards. Yep, and there seems to be a battery going around you. The guards are so far holding our security officers. If you must insist, this is not the Centauri Empire, is it? But now, they seem to be holding on for now, but are definitely being overwhelmed. They're not as well equipped as you are, you adventuring bastard. So yeah,
Alright.
now it is your turn.
Alright. A guy who hit, he hit me with something. I'm gonna take a big old baseball swing style and smash into his face. And let's roll it. Boom, a 6.
6 is a miss. The guy manages to dodge down out of the way, just in time for the big boss himself to charge into the melee to take on you, the biggest boss of them all, with his big stun stick. And he manages a hit.
Oof.
He does do a lot more damage. That is a grand total of 11 points of damage.
Alright, so -3 then.
Yeah. Straight to endurance. Because this is a stun stick, boy.
Oof.
Next in line of duty is your 2 guards who huddle around you, trying to make themselves less of damage, and both of them manage to hit. Alright. Dealing some spazzing damage around you. They wound each of them, one of the poor sods. Oh, well, neither of them are stunned though, but still there is a zaps in the air of the stun batons rolling. The door outside is being heavily banged on. Sir, are you alright, sir?
We're getting pounded. Get this door open immediately. I'll hurry up.
And it's the thugs' turn. The thugs respond to your poor guards' attempts of stunning, and they stab at them. Oh, spaghetti-o.
Uh-oh, we lose somebody.
You hear the distinctive sound of and there's a collapsing guard, security officer behind you, blood flowing down on the floor. The other 2 also attack, doing a bit less phenomenally, but they do manage to stab both of them with their particular implements at your other guard. But he is still standing, unlike his fellow who got majorly wounded by an attack.
Oh, you messed up. I was gonna give you a chance. Now you're just gonna die.
It's your turn.
Oh. Let's go after the guy who's first person to stab. I'd like to well, let's see. Let's set the scene. There's a big boss right in front of me, right?
Yep.
And two guards attacking basically my one guard in the back now, right? Or
yeah.
Two other enemies.
There's a total of 6 enemies. 2 on you, 2 on the fallen guard, and 2 on the still standing but badly bloodied guard.
6 enemies total. Got it.
Oh. These are not particularly good, just lucky.
Yeah. There's one right on top of me.
Yep.
Big guy. Alright, big guy. Alright.
He has notably thicker clothing than the others, and a bigger stun baton.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter because I'm gonna break my baton off I'm gonna break my baton off in your ass. With an 11. 11 with 7 damage.
11? It's 7 damage. That's actually 10 points of damage on the guy. After the armor, he is still standing. Oh wait, is that adding your strength bonus?
It's gotta be because it. Let's see. Oh no, that's just the damage is 2d6, which is 3 and a 4. So no, it does not add my strength, which is an additional 2. I should probably add that on there.
That's actually not zap the guy enough to make him fall on his knees and gasp for breath. He's not down, but he's definitely stunned for a bit. That means it's your standing guard who is panicking, but smites back. Ooh, hey, that's a good one. And he manages to take down one of the other assailants. So it's 2 enemies down, 1 friendly down, and it's the thug's turn. So you're actually even when you consider people down, people up. 2/3 are up still on both sides. So there's 2 people without targets. Let's start with the 2 people that have targets. So Malone, that's a miss. He clearly hesitates after seeing his boss go down and just does a okay, fine. The other one misses your security guard friend, and then there's the double downs. These guys are on your flank, so they get a boon each.
Yeah.
And they swap targets. This one goes for Malone. He's gonna reroll that 3, and that is a hit, I believe. And that's extra 4 points of damage. And oh wait, I just gonna reroll that because there was too many dice. Fuck, that did not help you. Okay.
This hurts.
+2. That's 10 points of damage. Straight and into your armor. No armor penetration from this weapon.
Alright, so that'll be another -2.
Yeah, this one tried to swat you with a pipe. And apparently hit. And then there's the other guy on your security friend, and he also hits. Yeah, he does hit. So not well, but enough to not do any damage. Never mind. At least sometimes the armor betting helps.
Yeah.
So you still have 4 targets left in the ring.
Yeah. And big guy's still right here in front of me, right?
The big guy is on his knees, stunned and out of commission for now.
The guy to my right, I'm gonna try to wrangle him and try to use him, proselyte him. I want to throw his ass, but first I gotta catch him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you've messed up. You're not gonna survive this, asshole. 11.
That hits with 3 points.
Nice.
So 3 points of extra damage. Oh wait, that's melee unarmed, so you're grappling?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I missed that part.
No worries.
Okay, so you win by more. You win by 4 points.
All right. I want, when I grapple him, I want to basically bring his head down and his head down on my knee and just smack him.
So 4 points of damage. Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch, 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 ouch. Ouch, R.R. Martin. Your fellow god.
It's not enough. I wanted to throw him, but it's not enough. It's not. If I would have won by more, I would have. It'd be a throw. But
yeah. Your fellow god tries to use his stun baton. which actually breaks against a lead pipe. Just goes, ha!
Tink.
Oopsie daisy. And then it's Thug's turn. Well, let's start with Thug number grappled, who tries to win over the grapple. Yeah, you roll.
I'm rolling. 12. Even better now.
You win by 9.
Jesus. So now I want to throw him against the other guy.
Yeah, I'll give you that. You clear your immediate melee with that swing of a thug, tossing him against the other thug, and both of them roll against the wall with a nice, satisfying thump. And then it's your fellow guard. No, wait. It's the 2 thugs against your fellow guard. That's the one. Since they have him flanked, they both get a boon. Not that that does much good when you roll just 3 2s, you idiots. And then the other guy. Okay, he got these 2 babies.
Oof.
Let's see what the damage is. Yep. Okay. So that guard, he's also going down. Like old Christmas songs. Ah. My dice are also going down all over the place. Yeah. Clickety clack. Hear my back crack. Malone.
Alright. After throwing the last guy, I'm gonna grab my baton again. And let's see.
It's you against 4.
I'm still standing. Big guy's still here in front of me, right?
Big guy still down. In front of you.
Alright.
Is he out of the fight or
Yeah, he's out of
was
the
he
fight.
just stunned at the one?
Alright. These 4 guys, I'm gonna run towards them. And I'm gonna take big, massive swing at the first one that gets in front of me.
Yep.
1 versus 4. I like them. Odds, I don't like the odds. Oof, miss.
That is a miss, yes.
All Malone in the fight now, says Froggy.
Ooh. The first bandit misses. The second bandit hits.
Oof, even with the parry.
Yeah, but his damage is not enough to surpass your armor. The third bandit misses. Yeah, he misses. And the fourth bandit misses too. So you're in middle of them and still managing dodge, parry and block most of the hits. The one that hits your back feels rather soft in comparison.
Yeah.
Absorbed by the
Sure.
armor plating.
You hurt my guards. I'm gonna take you down first and it's gonna be painful.
Get him, boys! It's only one of them!
Oh, snap!
God damn it. Oh snap, that is cool. You do hit and you do deal 4 points of extra damage. That's 16, I believe.
I've added the +2 on the damage already from knowing that.
Yeah. That's 4 points of extra damage just from the fact how well you hit. So, you can count that guy out of this fight.
Smack.
Governor!
3-1. Come on.
Governor, we're
Come
not
on.
doing any progress. Keep on hitting him! And the 3 of them try, all with boons, against the one guy. And that's a miss. How the hell do you roll this much 2s in a row? God dang it.
Welcome to our world.
So the second guy... Oh, this one has a chance, and he does hit you.
Ooh.
He deals 2 points of damage.
Oh.
And
More
the third
brutal.
guy. He hits you. He deals 6 points of damage.
Oh.
That almost felt.
He does one of these. I'm gonna hit you.
I'm
gonna hit you back.
You.
10 for minimal damage.
Yeah, you hit and you do 8 points of damage. It's enough to scare one of them, though. And yep, when it comes his turn, he decides to hike it. Do you want to hit him as he hikes?
No.
You let him hike. So he...
Wait, did he stab away? Is he one of the guys that stabbed one of my dudes? Then yeah,
Maybe.
fuck this guy.
You're not sure in the middle of this fighting. You've been more focused on hitting and blocking.
No, if he tries to run, I definitely want to try to hit his ass or trip him up or something.
Yeah, sure.
You started this, and I'm gonna finish it. Innate.
It's enough. Yeah, I
Damage
told
of
you
4.
these guys aren't good. There was just many of them.
Oh boy.
That's enough to hit him, and that's enough to actually down him as well.
Oh.
He didn't have much left, and you're using still your stun button. So yeah, he's stunned on the ground, writhing, spasming. And then it's the other 2, and let's see, a morale check. Failed. Succeeded. So another one hikes the bus. Hit him. And
Miss.
misses. He managed to get 1 distance away from you into the deepening corridors of the brown section.
Come back here.
But the other guy who remains in melee tries to hit you. And misses because he doesn't have any ways of getting any teamwork bonuses anymore. So it's your turn. You are one mano a mano with this one guy.
I'm going to stick this baton so far down
I
your
surrender.
throat. Open that door now, immediately. Guards, get these 2. I need medics here immediately. We got 2 down guards.
And that's when the rest of the squad joins the fight. Well, what's left of the fight, seeing as you won with a heavy price on your soul. They get the first aid kids and get the 2 actually bleeding guards out of the room and start
I'd
escorting
like
them
to
back.
try to help one of them if I can.
Hmm?
Let them deal with it. But I got 1 skilled up.
Yeah.
Crappy ass.
So, we weren't able to open the door. It was locked on this side, but damn, that's one fight.
Yeah.
I didn't expect this much resistance.
This is why I wanted 10 to a group. We got 2 injureds. I want these 2 men taken care of immediately. I want them safe. I want them alive. Get
Yes,
them
sir.
full escort to the medical bay as quickly as possible.
Yes, sir. On the
The
double,
rest of
boys.
you-
You heard the man. Let's get this. Let's get our own to safety. Go, go, go.
Welsh, I need a team over here to escort some people down to holding bay. We had a little bit of a fracas. Send some
This is
extra guards
command
my
and
way.
control to all patrols on Babylon 5. You are immediately ordered down the grey sector to the downtown area. Immediately, all men available, excluding those in patrol. Do I make... This is a priority order. And you recognize the intelligence officer in charge.
Dr.
What
Derek.
the heck is downtown? I don't know.
Belay that order. These men need escorts to medical bay, and these men here need escorts into
Yes, sir.
Cargo hold.
Yes, sir, immediately.
And I'll take a small group. Whoever, how many do you think would be left? Let's say we take 2, and I'll take them down to Gray Sector.
Right. So by the time you get there, you are stopped by Garibaldi in full security uniform. Alright, I'll be taking command here, Colonel. You get back to your own things. I got it from here.
You got it, Garibaldi.
As much as I would love you to stick around, I do believe you have a family to attend to, and I need to pretend to be in command.
Yes, sir. I hope we did okay for you.
You did manage to slow things down a bit. That will have to do. The captain has a plan.
All right.
Good luck.
I'll talk to you later then. Oh, that hurt.
Now that nobody's looking, I'm actually showing the signs of pain.
Yeah, you got beaten up by the good. Oh, yeah, you have a guard uniform. Never mind. You're a security officer in uniform. Reporting the med base. What's up? Yep. I think this is an excellent opportunity to end the session on a high note. Malone getting to be a badass. Hurrah, the
I
Malone.
like that.
I did not expect you to win that one.
I did not expect to win that one either. I think I rolled twice really good,
Yeah.
and that did it.
It's the armor. Armor is easily very tough if the enemies have low damage weapons.
That's what I was telling you to, like maybe we take down the points of the armor for that one.
Yeah, but you have your armor and you have to get the bonus that you deserve from it. I mean, you spent money on it. You adventured to get it. You should be able to enjoy its benefits. So when you bring your full plate mail into a melee fight with knives, you are going to win.
We shall see.
The only one who offered you any sort of actual resistance was the big guy with the stun button. They could have used one of the stun buttons of the guards. My bad. They were dum-dums.
For an impromptu fight, this was good, but 2 of our security guys got hurt really badly. This was not a full success.
This was not a full
and
success.
I feel bad for them.
You'll have to live with it the rest of your life.
At least till tonight, when I see Garcia.
Oh yes, we could have had made in Garcia, but we'll save that for the next episode. And the next episode, by the way, will be on the 28th of December. Next week I shall be unavailable to do the Christmas thingy bubs, but I shall be there for 28th, and as far as I know, everyone else should be there too. I'm looking at you, Zimmy and John. And Carlos, we know, will show up because Carlos is amazing. I like him, Carlos and
Oh, thanks.
Your beard is so sparkly.
I know, it's fucking sparkling. I can't get it to stop. It's ridiculous.
You need to shave it off.
There you go.
That was amazing.
It's because the light changes, yeah. There we go, better.
So yeah, how did you enjoy All Malone in the Night? Please leave your comments on the channel or somewhere else. Or in our Discord. We have a Discord. Somebody really should put a link down there. Jimmy, that's your job. Jimmy, do your job. I suppose I need it, eh? And the frog scanner was Billy kidnapped during this adventure. We might never know, because this game might not last a full year, as somebody predicted. Wasn't me?
Yeah. So, let's see. I think there's a couple of questions here. It was difficult for us to scroll through the chat or the Discord.
Oh yeah,
yes,
maybe they could
is...
press another schedule. That's a good point. I shall do that right now, before I forget. You hold up the speech, meanwhile, while I try to figure out how to take Preston off the schedule.
Okay.
Silly people putting it back on, me having to take it off again.
Thank you all for noticing. Yes, that is definitely Mr. Gray. Boy. Now I know where he's working at. Boy. Anyway, earthquake time.
Episode 12 was a bit of a short one, I admit. This was supposed to be episode 12 part 2, but instead it ended up being episode 13, All Malone in the Night. So life ended up finding a way to screw with me.
So we've decided to the boys are on their way to Batainn to pick up the grain ship.
Yeah. Also, they changed this bloody the way Twitch works in the last month or so, and I'm still trying to find out what they changed and why they changed it and blah. And how do I unchange it? Is it here? Ah, yes, it's here. Okay, that should do it. Oh, wait. Yeah, that should do it, I think. Is there a save button? There. Woohoo! It is saved. Maybe it works.
You guys, stop trying to tell them to kidnap Billy. We can't have that anymore.
We're gonna do it twice more. Just wait.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Okay, that should be fine. Yeah. So, the good news, I managed to upload most of the videos, but I have been a bit lazy on writing the descriptions and too afraid to publish them. So I'm gonna get onto that probably tomorrow. And yeah, if the scraps of episode 12 are too impossible to do, we might just want to do a do-over on episode 12. I don't know, or just pretend it never happened. Like,
Oh, we definitely want that part of that adventure, though.
yeah, the first part is impossible to edit because it was so glitchy. Went on and off and on and off and on and off and on and off in random intervals. But yeah, outside of that, any questions, requests, or announcements to make?
Merry Christmas, y'all.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to everyone. It's going to be after Christmas we're going to be seeing each other. So yeah, hopefully we'll be there. Also, Carlos, any plans on starting a host? Any plans on hosting a game for us?
Yeah, I gotta find the right peoples though. We gotta find some peoples. I'm figuring it's only because I'm very comfortable. Yeah, all right. It's gonna be probably Fridays, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is my time. I know that's the thing. It's an American time.
Yeah, that's 8 p.m. Pacific, so that's gonna be
like 2 in the morning
28,
for you.
So 4 a.m. my time. This early on Saturday.
That is part of the problem. Is that I don't know that I want to do the Sundays. I'm thinking the Fridays, maybe 6 p.m.
Yeah.
However,
that's the problem
we could just do a couple of one-shots with y'all. I'd be down to do a 1 or 2 shot with y'all as a starter for us on a Sunday instead of during the Dresden time slot maybe coming up.
Maybe we'll see. We'll see how we can manage the schedules to roll. And also, I'm going to be taking my work a lot more lightly in the coming year. I've been working extra hard, 6 days a week before Christmas, because I know I will be having a long Christmas break. Because of own personal volition, I wanted to have a long Christmas break, so I needed to make money in advance to cover the expenses. But come winter, I will just relax, sit back, and say, I don't need to work this hard. So
yeah, working sucks.
Yeah, at least I get to agree on my hours and in advance with the bosses. I want that, and that, but not those, and have fun with it. Yeah. So, Dujas never spoke to Malone. I refuse.
He did speak to me.
Yes, Frog's gonna demand that there was small spoken line from Dujas to Malone that only Malone heard and has yet to share.
That is correct.
And
because it's not people here for exposition time, no sharing. Yeah.
For exposition, you will have to wait at least 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Well, less than 2 weeks, because, after all, it's at least 2 hours before this time. But yes, on that note, I don't think New Year's is going to be an obstacle for the next show. So we should have a show on the 29th and on the 5th, and the one on the 5th is going to be the 1 year anniversary game. I'm gonna try and see if I can scrounge up something special, like Star Wars Christmas special.
Live stream that. I've never actually seen it in its entirety.
Should the next episode be a Christmas special since the 29th?
Speaking of which, I'm curious, only because I'm still on season 3, maybe 4. Season 4. 5? Yeah, they don't really do a Christmas episode, do they?
No, they don't.
Oh, thank goodness.
There is no Christmas episode in this show.
I hate when they try to force that in. Some TV shows can pull it off, but others.
It needs to fit the plot, and Star Wars doesn't, fit with the theme of Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
In Babylon 5, you can see it sort of because they do have other religious festivals and they do have actual Earth time, but apparently Christmas is out of fashion. Who knew? They could have had 5 Christmas episodes. They had none.
The problem is when you do it in season 1, then you're expected to do it throughout the rest of the season. Then it just becomes a writing circle jerk of awfulness. Yep. I'm so glad they did not.
I don't actually even remember if Christmas is even mentioned.
Maybe gifts, giving, no birthdays. I like that it's nebulous time, although it's actually not, because
they're strictly divided into years, and there's sort of feeling that it's a continuity, but they don't really sort of like feel like they have exact dates on them.
The problem is that Santa Claus' sleigh cannot. I mean, there's no chimneys in Babylon 5, so I mean,
yeah.
How Santa's
he would
supposed
have
to
to use
combine
doors like regular plebs.
Yeah.
How plebeian. Well, they do have alien religious festivals going on. Like that one episode where they have the Brakiri Day of the Dead. You have not seen it. It's in season 5.
I have not seen it because I'm like, wait, did they have one of those? And I did not hear that. So.
Right. Well, I suppose we've held you guys long enough with our ramblings, unless you want us to ramble.
Sure enough.
But I'm gonna release Malone into the wild. Let him find a new chick to hit on. Maybe this time he'll get fortunate enough to keep one.
I put it on hold for right now. I don't want to be having to buy Christmas gifts for them on.
Good point.
During this time.
Continue after Christmas.
Yes. It just makes it awkward.
When you find the one that lasts until Christmas, that's the one you should buy gifts for.
Exactly.
Right. Enjoy yourselves, and bonus nachos for everyone.
Bonus nachos.